Skyfall Exteriors is a general contractor that specializes in exterior insurance restoration work. This enables us to work through the insurance aspect of the process, which is far more time-consuming and complicated than the construction process. It's important that you understand each step of the process up until the construction phase. We've developed a simple 6-step process where we do most of the heavy lifting. Step 1 is the property inspection. The first part of the claims process is an inspection of your property. A trained Skyfall Exteriors Inspector will view the storm-related areas on all buildings to determine whether or not your claim needs to be filed. Identifying damage isn't as easy as it may sound. It takes training in this field to detect damage, some of which may be hidden. As a general contractor and exterior specialist, we're trained to know the industry standards. There are certain criteria and guidelines set to follow that will determine if it is a replacement or a repair. Step number 2 is the Authorization Agreement. After the inspection, your Skyfall Exteriors Inspector will sit down and explain his results. They'll review all the steps of the insurance restoration process. It will also explain the form that allows us to go to work for you, the homeowner. This form is called the Authorization Agreement or the Initial Agreement. It states that you're not under any obligation unless everything is approved by the insurance company and they're willing to pay for the repairs. It also states that the only cost to you is the insurance deductible. Skyfall Exteriors is required to have this approval in writing before discussing the claim with an adjuster. Step 3 is filing the claim. Unfortunately, Skyfall Exteriors cannot file the claim for you. As the homeowner, you're the only one that can file, but it's not too difficult. All that's required is to call your insurance company and let them know that your home has sustained storm damage. Once you have a claim number, we can assist from that point forward. While filing, you can also let them know you're working with Skyfall Exteriors and that you would like their adjuster to meet with your Skyfall inspector when they come out. This saves everyone time and the adjusters won't need to make several trips, which helps us restore your home to its original condition as promptly as possible. Step 4 is the scope of work. Once your claim is filed, your Skyfall Exteriors Inspector will return to your home and do a complete scope of work. By definition, a scope of work means a list of broken items and the measurements of the damaged areas. We don't concern ourselves with pricing at this time. Our focus is on what's most important, making sure you get all you're entitled to receive. This generally takes about 2 hours. Some companies charge for this service at their average amount of about 10% of your total claim. We never do. At Skyfall Exteriors, it's part of earning the right to do your restoration work. Step 5 is meeting the insurance adjuster. Your Skyfall Exteriors Inspector will meet with the adjuster and point out all the damages that were found. The adjuster will create a breakdown as well. You'll be comforted to know that both Skyfall Exteriors and the adjuster work from the same guidelines. The industry standards and criteria for assessing damage are actually set by Hague Engineering in Carlton, Texas. When the insurance adjuster and your Skyfall Exteriors Inspector are following the same guidelines, it's easier to come to an agreement. Additionally, Skyfall Exteriors has experience working with all major insurance companies. Our inspectors are trained to understand the rules and regulations, which allows us to communicate well with the adjusters. On pricing, insurance companies do not set pricing. If they did, the settlement amount would be too low and the contractor could not do the job. And contractors don't set the pricing either. If they did, the charges would be too high and the insurance company would not pay. As a result, there are companies that do research and prepare software on all the different costs of construction. This type of software has become the industry standard for pricing. When an accurate scope of work is confirmed by an adjuster and a Skyfall Exteriors Inspector, the scope is placed into the software program, which generates a complete line-by-line itemized pricing for the project. Set standards and confirmation from both the insurance adjuster and your Skyfall Exteriors Inspector give the homeowner peace of mind knowing everything is accurate and everyone is in agreement. Step 6 is funding the project. Funding the project is simple. and the complete process is designed for your comfort. We will go over the complete breakdown of the scope of work and how it's funded line by line. And then we'll furnish samples and you'll be able to pick out the colors and the material for your project. The best thing about working with Skyfall Exteriors is that there is absolutely no risk to you. If your home has damage and we are successful in working with your insurance company, you will receive thousands of dollars worth of repairs and your only cost will be your insurance deductible. If there is not sufficient damage to warrant a claim, you owe us nothing.